Hey, what do we got here?
Well, we have custom-made golf clubs for Bob Hope from the Dunes Hotel, Las Vegas in 1975.
That is really neat. I've tried golf before. There's just something unnatural trying to hit a ball with a crooked stick and then
Sure.
walking after it and hitting it again. So I'll never play golf again.
Today, I'm bringing into the pawn shop Bob Hope's golf clubs, custom-made for him by the Dunes. Bob Hope played with these golf clubs in the Ross Miller Invitational in 1975. After he was done playing, later that evening, they put them in the charity auction. I purchased these at an estate sale here in Las Vegas about 3 years ago. I'm looking to get $10,000 for these clubs.
Super cool. Bob Hope was a legend. He was a rock star in Hollywood forever. I think he lived to be like 100 years old. And I know he was doing movies in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I mean, during World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, he was always going overseas, entertaining the troops. Huge golfer his entire life. And if you look at the old clips of him entertaining the troops, he was always twirling a golf club and delivering one-liners. So you're saying these were made for Bob Hope?
They were made for him by the Dunes because they wanted Bob Hope to come out and play.
And in 1975 at a golf tournament, I don't think you could have gotten any bigger than Bob Hope.
Sure.
So this is the paperwork you have on it.
Correct.
All right. So we have a letter of authenticity from a guy named Krantz. I remember carrying these clubs from the event to our car and later bragging to friends we owned Bob Hope's golf clubs. We have pictures of golf clubs, but we don't have a picture of Bob Hope with the golf clubs.
Correct.
All right, and how much you want for these?
So I'd like to get $10,000 for them.
Okay. Here's my issue. You have one guy saying these were Bob Hope's golf clubs. That's all you have. We have no pictures of Bob Hope with them. When I go to sell these things, I have to be 100% positive they're real.
Sure.
We have no proof that they were owned by Bob Hope. I mean, none here.
He used these golf clubs that were made for him specifically, and when they were made for him, he played, and then they auctioned them.
Okay.
That evening at the event.
That is not evidence that Bob Hope owned them. It's just not. When people walk in with golf clubs like this, they're rentals. That's why they say the Dunes on them. That is not something I can use.
All right.
Have a good one. Sorry.
You got it. Unfortunately, it didn't sell today. That's the breaks. Probably my best bet is to get the photo of Bob Hope playing with these and then add it to the collection.
Hello, what do we have here?
I have a famous picture that's very rare from Ted Hamlin, Sunday in Augusta, with Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, I mean, it's the quintessential golf painting. Me, I tried golf, and my dad once said, find out what you're not good at in this world and don't do that.
I'm at the pawn shop today to try to sell my Artist Proof by Ted Hamlin, Sunday in Augusta. My father met Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer, and through that they met Ted Hamlin, and Ted Hamlin sold it to him. I'm hoping to get $145,000 for this Artist Proof in Sunday in Augusta. If I make the sale today, I will do what my father's wishes was, and I will split it with my 3 sisters.
This is interesting. This is probably one of the most famous golf paintings.
Yes.
The original sold for a lot of money. Okay, I think almost $1 million. This is the 16th hole at Augusta. Jack Nicklaus, he's still with us. He's right around 80 years old.
Correct.
I think he started playing professional early 1960s. First or second year as a professional, started winning major tournaments. The same with Arnold Palmer. I mean, he was in his 20s, and they just became legends. Anyone in golf loves this one. It's an artist proof, so it's a lithograph. Those aren't original signatures. Those are copies of the signatures from the original painting. I don't know how many of these were issued, but it's one way of getting more of them out there. Sometimes they'll get a little bit more for an artist proof. It's generally some of the first ones printed, but it's really cool. So the big question, how much you want for this?
My sisters and I did some research on this. We want to sell it for $145,000.
What the originals go for and what the lithographs go for is a completely different world. Something like this would probably go for $1,500, $2,000. That's retail. I'd give you like $1,000 for it.
Well, I don't know that I could do that.
You're just never gonna get a 6 figures for a lithograph like this. It's just not gonna happen.
Okay.
All right, well, if you change your mind, come back and see me.
I sure will.
Okay.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much for your time. Okay, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. I'm disappointed that I couldn't make a sale today, but I couldn't sell the picture for that amount of money. It meant too much to my father, and it means too much to me and my 3 sisters, and we're just gonna keep our picture.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. What do you have here?
I have Payne Stewart's tailor-made knickers that are signed by him.
Oh, Payne Stewart, like the golfer, huh?
Yeah.
He's actually the one who brought these knickers back to life on the golf course. They looked kind of cool, you know? They didn't go all the way down, and you can wear them with the high, crazy patterned socks, and you'd wear the little hat. My boss wears one, he thinks it's cool.
I'm at the pawn shop today so I can sell my Payne Stewart signed knickers. I'm looking to get $12,000, but I will go as low as $3,000.
These are actually pretty cool. Payne Stewart was quite the golfer. I mean, he joined the Pro Tour in like the early 80s and eventually went on to win the US Open. And in '89, he won the PGA Championship. So where did you get these?
My grandmother bought them at a church auction, and they were donated by Payne's best friend.
Okay, and how much are you looking to get for them?
$12,000.
$12,000. Do you know if these particular pants were worn in a match?
They were.
And do you have any paperwork?
No.
Okay. It's a little hard to authenticate that without any paperwork. I'm gonna have to have my buddy Steve come down and authenticate this autograph and tell me what he thinks it's worth. So, do you have some time to hang out?
Yeah,
for a
for
little
sure.
while? All right, give me just a few minutes to get him down here.
Okay, thanks. They're definitely real, but if they need to call an expert, that's totally fine. I get it.
Well, I called you down to come check out this autograph by Payne Stewart, but it looks like you're actually needing some new pants, buddy. These might be for you.
You know about Payne Stewart, obviously, is one of the, really in the 90s, one of the most dominant golfers. But his personality really carried that guy. He was always so nice to the fans, very receptive, good autograph signer, and his autograph is still very sought after.
So what do you think about the autograph on this pair of knickers?
I do want to look at it under magnification, just get an idea of what we're looking for here. During Payne's time, when he was alive, they didn't have like a silver permanent marker. They had more of a paint pen. And you could see the paint pens on there pretty well, actually. The next thing I do want to look at, obviously, is the exemplars. His autograph was heavily forged, and it still is to this day because he sells for good money. So the thing I look for with Payne Stewart is this gorgeous flowing autograph. Wasn't scribble. He took time. So the thing I like to look for is the flow, and we see that right through here. Nice, big, oversized P. He separates here, same thing again. So sometimes he would connect. We see right here he doesn't, but he stacks it a little bit. Nice finish to it, and, just absolutely gorgeous.
So the autograph's real. We got that part out of it.
No doubt.
What kind of value would you put on them?
Stuff like this is pretty rare, Chum. They just don't come out in the marketplace too often. You don't see Payne Stewart knickers. I mean, this guy was known for wearing these, so it's a staple of his. Still very popular golfer. I put the value of these closer to like the $2,000, $3,000 range. Now, if you're able to take these exact knickers and find him wearing them on the golf course, you're probably looking at about $6,000.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
Yep, good luck. Nice to see you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, take care. The interesting thing about these knickers is Payne Stewart is still so popular, so I actually think it is a good buy for the shop. You could take it with a photo of him wearing those type of outfits, frame it all up together, and I think you'd sell it pretty easily.
I do think they're pretty cool. I would like to get them, so go like $700.
Yowzers. I was thinking more like $4,000.
That's more than what he thinks they're worth. And I have to be able to frame these and still have room to
Yeah,
make a
for sure.
profit. Would you go 1,000?
No, it would have to be at least $3,000.
Well, I don't see us coming to a deal over this one as much as I want them. Thanks for bringing them in.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Take care. The offer of $1,000 is offensive. I'm going to take the knickers and do some more research and get that value increased to $6,000.
Hey, how's it going? Is that a gun?
Not exactly. This is a deadly accurate putter. I came down to the shop today because I've decided to sell my 1914 Hillerich and Bradsby putter. I'm asking $700, and I think the least I'd be willing to take would be somewhere in the $500 range.
golf's always fascinated me. They've been playing this game or a version of it forever. In Scotland, it got so bad they actually outlawed it on Sundays.
Really?
Well, they outlawed it on Sundays because the church was actually concerned that so many guys were playing golf that they weren't going to church. And then the oddest thing happened. Just about every guy in Scotland suddenly developed a limp and walked around with canes that looked suspiciously like golf clubs.
There you go.
The golf we know today started over 500 years ago in Scotland, and it's still insanely popular. It's even returning to the Olympics in 2016 after a 112-year absence. Talk about a comeback.
The interesting thing about this putter is it was made in 1914, but the company says they didn't start making clubs until 1916.
Where do we see this date?
It says cork grip putter patent 1914.
Okay. All right, that would definitely explain it. That's a patent date.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with when it was manufactured.
Okay.
The patent date is always before the manufacturing date.
Sure.
So what do you want to do with it?
I think I want to sell it.
Okay, what do you want for it?
700.
I'll give you 400.
I could do 600.
Golf is just not as big as baseball, football, and some other sports.
That's right. But, you know, I think with the connection to the Hillerich and Bradsby company, I think you're going to find it's much more collectible than most vintage golf club.
Let me give you 500 bucks. You know, I'll tell you what, right now, I could probably sell this thing for more, but what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get it framed, I'm gonna have to get some golf pictures in it.
Okay, 550.
I will give you 500 bucks. I have a business here, plain and simple. I'm gonna pay you money, and then I'm gonna have other money. I'm gonna have labor. This thing is a $500 item. That's what I'll pay for it, and it's a numbers game.
All right.
Okay. All right, man. All right, let's go up front. I'll write you up.
Okay. I feel real good about 500. I think that was a fair price. I think sometimes that fake-out technique works in negotiations, but he didn't fall for it.
All right, I'm intrigued. What do we got here?
I have here Schoenhut's indoor golf game from the 1920s.
Oh, I'm probably the best golfer you ever met.
Really? What's your handicap?
I'm Scratch.
Oof, that's pretty good.
Scratch mini golf.
He fell out of a tree on his head. That's his handicap.
I got the golf game from my grandmother. I inherited it when she passed away. I'd played with it once or twice before, but mainly I saw it on the wall or in its box. If I end up making a sale today, I'm gonna buy an actual set of golf clubs.
These are pretty cool.
Yeah, I know at one point Schoenhut's was like the largest toy manufacturer in the world.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that actually invented indoor mini golf, where they have the big windmill you gotta shoot through. So when was it made?
1920s.
Okay. So are these all the pieces here?
Yeah. You got your golfers, some golf clubs, balls, some hazards, the tee, and, well, what's left of the original box.
Okay. Do you know how to play it, or?
Yeah, you take a club, put it in their hand, you lock it in there, and then you pull a trigger and swings and hits the little ball off the tee.
Makes sense.
They look like they've been played with a lot. They're not in horrible condition, but
Yeah.
looks like a family got mini game nights out of this.
Looks pretty good for being 100 years old about.
So what are you looking to do with it?
Looking to sell it.
What are you looking to get out of it?
Looking to get 500 bucks.
Okay, I mean, it's possible. As far as condition goes, obviously they're not pristine, but does that matter if they're 100 years old? I don't know. So I'm gonna have to have a buddy of mine come down and take a look at it. I'll tell you what, I'll give him a call. You wanna hang out, chum?
Yeah.
Don't break anything?
So you're a Scratch indoor mini golf player, huh?
Yeah. I scratched it off my list. I don't play it anymore.
Steve, how's it going, man?
Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Appreciate you coming down.
How you doing?
Schoenhut's miniature golf set.
This is really cool. Schoenhut, we're really known for making kids' pianos. That's really kind of how they came out. And the technology for this was actually pulled from that. So it's cool. Take a look at it if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
So it looks like you've got the hazards, you've got the tee box, It's cool. And you got 3 golfers. Now, the set initially only came with 1 golfer, and then you would add on pieces. It was really the way where they continued to get you to buy things. This is really neat, that the scorecards here, and you have quite a few of them. This is something that, you know, as soon as you got this home, you burned through this. You'd play as many rounds as you possibly could, and you'd use them all up, and they'd be gone, and then you'd have to make your own. What's really interesting here is this specific one. So you have a female golfer. Her name was Sissy Lofter. Women weren't golfing at the time, but when mini golf came out, women really got involved. Early on, you would get her, but she wasn't very popular. So she kind of started to disappear a little bit. So she's a little tougher to find than maybe some of the other golfers that they offered.
All right, what do they go for?
Well, you know, I've seen these things. The pristine ones go upwards of like $3,000, $4,000. Complete sets, nice boxes, great paint on your golfers. It's got a lot of the extra parts and pieces, and it does have the scorecards. I think you'd have no problem getting $900 for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, man, you're always the best. Appreciate you coming down.
Thanks, Sean.
All right.
See you later.
See you next
Good luck,
time.
man.
Thank you.
See you on the golf course.
Well, you know, man, it doesn't happen very often, but you came in asking for $500. I think it's fair that I make $400 on it. It's gonna take me a year to sell it. So I'll give you the $500 you asked for.
You know what? I'm not gonna press my luck. 500 sounds great.
Deal. Chum will write you up over there.
All right.
I'll meet you at the counter over there. What's up, sissy?
Hey, how can I help you?
Hi, I have a set of 93 European miniature golf balls.
This is just what I need to step my golf game up.
I came to the pawn shop today to sell my set of 93 European miniature golf balls. I'm selling the balls today because there are players who are the Tiger Woods of putt-putt, and I'm not one of them. I'm hoping to get $600, and the least I'm willing to take would be $500.
Do you know much about them?
Unlike golf, where normally you have one ball and a lot of different kinds of clubs, in European miniature golf, there they have one club, lots of different types of balls. So they will choose the ball that's most likely to make a hole-in-one.
So you take 93 golf balls with you to play miniature golf?
Yes.
This is pretty interesting. I've never actually ever heard of this. So where'd you get them?
I bought them online from a player in Germany who played regularly in the 70s and 80s. And I bought this set because I had aspirations of representing the United States of America in the World Championships.
There's actually a miniature golf championship?
Oh, people are passionate, completely passionate about this. And they have a parade of their countries before the games, and...
What is it, really, really small floats? I think of mini golf as something you do for fun with your kids. Apparently, the Europeans have turned this into a serious competition. Who knew?
So show me what a few of these balls do.
Okay, so this is the dead ball. It has the least amount of bounce. And it's good for going up a hill where the hole's at the top of a little hill. It'll bounce right back and go into it. If you want a bouncier ball that goes around in a circle, it gives you more chance of being able to make it back into that hole-in-one.
That would make me look fly on a date.
It does look very, very cool.
What were you looking to do with them?
I was looking to sell them.
Okay. And how much did you want for them?
$600.
I mean, the problem is, I don't think I can sell them. If you want $100, I'll give you $100. I might be able to make some money by selling the balls individually.
500 would be the lowest I could go.
I can't do that. Like I said, I just don't know enough about them. I think they'll sit forever. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a deal today. If a European miniature golfer found out that I sold this collection of balls for $100, I would be a laughing stock.
What's up, guys?
No, some guy was trying to sell us a set of miniature golf balls.
Yeah, and he didn't buy them.
I would have offered more if it was a real sport.
It is a real sport. It's miniature golf.
How can it be really called a sport when you hit a little ball through a lion's mouth?
Just because both of you guys obviously would suck at it and couldn't win anything.
Okay, I could win in miniature golf. It's just putting.
You suck at golf. You haven't played golf in 10 years, and the reason you quit is because you were constantly the worst person out there.
We can go out and play some miniature golf, and I guarantee I'll beat all of you.
You want to put a little wager on that?
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in for 25.
I'll come in too.
But we got to make the ultimate loser completely degraded. So I say the loser has to wash all of our cars.
And if I lose, I'll pay somebody.
No, you'll wash the cars.
No damn way.
All right. It's a bet then.
Let's do it.
Are you guys ready to do this?
What is this?
It's my putter.
You can't just show up to the golf course with your own putter on miniature golf.
Yes, you can. No, what you cannot do is show up and play miniature golf dressed like that.
Why not?
We got $100 on the line, and the loser has to wash everyone's car, so let the games begin.
Leave it to my dad to take things way too far just to get a slight edge. Damn it. I haven't played mini golf in so long, I've completely forgot how bad I suck at it. I mean, it's definitely an annoying game.
I haven't played a ton of mini golf, but I'm not worried. I think this might be easier than I thought. That's 2.
It's a 3. You hit the ball twice. Keep on hitting it down. Eventually, it has to go in.
To me, it's a dumb game, but the boys have to have their fun.
1.
Really?
I brought my own putter, but I really do suck at golf.
2.
Oh, back further than you were before.
I haven't golfed in like 10 years. I just pulled it out of the bag. I'm hoping it will give me a slight advantage. There. 6, all right?
All right, that's a good shot,
All
Bob.
right, 1.
Roll back. Ooh.
I lost my ball.
How do you lose your ball on a mini golf course?
That counts as a shot.
No, it doesn't.
You really got to pick on the old man?
I'm not picking on him. I'm just saying if you're playing for money, you don't give no breaks. Even though I don't take mini golf seriously, it's still important that I win this bet because I know if I lose, I'll never hear the end of it. And there's no way I'm washing anybody's car.
Woo! Oh, Adam's winning a hole-in-one. All right, cleaning up right here. Even if you have to take 2 more shots to do this, you'll still be ahead of your dad.
I might be second place behind Chum, but I'll make it up on the last hole. Knowing how Chum generally chokes, I think I still got a pretty good shot at winning.
Show him how it's done, boss. Yeah! Hole-in-one for the old man. You got the pressure on, Rick. Nope. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, that was lucky. All right, Corey. Just give her a little tap.
Mother.
Tap it in, Corey. That's 2. This is stroke 3. Slow down. Just give it a little tap.
This game, I'm over it. Take me back to the shop. I'd rather work all day.
That's bull.
Hole-in-one.
All right, you win, Chum.
Yeah, let me get my ball. Feels good to be the winner. I mean, I win at everything I do, so looks like the old man's washing all of our cars.
Pops, come and shell out some money to Chum.
Yeah, well, Chum's got to buy lunch.
No, I don't. I'm the winner.
And Pops, I don't like the cheap wax. It's the nice wax on my car, all right?
Oh, shut up.